FirstTee-Phoenix, Coach Scotty, Coach Greg,
Kyle,
Coach Jen, cinematographer extraordinaire on the lens here for our Facebook Live today, Wednesday, for week 2. We are actually at the FirstTee-Phoenix office, so we are going to be adapting one of our lessons that we have this week, length of swing. We're going to be doing that inside, so we'll give you guys at home a good opportunity to see how you may be able to set this up and do it either in your house or in your backyard. Remember, your comments can be posted on the Facebook Live feed. So in a couple minutes, I'm going to ask the 3 questions that were at the end of our player par video lesson plan. I'm going to give you some time to answer those questions, send those answers in, and then we'll go to the next question. Once we get done with that, then we'll go over our core values and our life skill for the day, the rule, and then we're going to go over our at-home activity, which today is going to be called rainbow chipping, which you guys saw in our lessons this week. Okay, so the first question we have: what other factors come into play when deciding how big a swing to take? Go ahead and send your answers in. I'll give you guys a couple seconds to do that.
Coach, I know what.
Yes.
What club I'm going to use?
What club you're going to use, exactly. Okay?
Ooh, do I get a bonus points for that?
You get a gold star for
Oh,
that, Coach
nice.
Greg. Yes,
Nice.
yes. So again, what other factors come into play when deciding how big a swing to take? Another one could be if you're hitting over an obstacle. Your distance is going to change depending on how long of a shot you have to take. There's quite a few factors. If you guys have any other answers to that, go ahead and send those in. Okay.
Somebody else needs to get a gold star. I can't have the
Yeah,
only
Greg
one
can't
for
get
the
all.
day.
Coach Greg can't have all the
Come on,
gold
you
stars
guys.
today.
Get your gold stars.
Okay. Now, if you have an answer to the first question and you haven't been able to put it in yet, anytime during our question and answer here, you can go ahead and do that. Okay. Number 2. What things are you responsible for in golf? Okay. What things are you responsible for in golf? Okay, Coach Greg, do you have you got an answer?
I know what I always have in my pocket.
Okay.
There's 3 things I always make sure I have in my pocket when I go to the golf course.
Okay, what are they?
A golf tee. So I'm going to hit off the ground with a driver. I want to have a tee.
There you go. Golf tee is one. What's another one?
Well, I might be on the green and want to clean my ball, so I want to have a ball marker.
Ball marker?
There we go.
Right there. Ball marker as well. Okay, what's another one?
I'm going to be very responsible.
Okay.
And I'm going to fix my ball mark that I made when that ball landed.
Okay.
So I could use a tee, but it's easier to use a divot tool.
Divot tool. Okay. And remember, if you fix one, you can fix another. Okay. Make sure you don't just fix yours, but if you see some other ones there, make sure you fix those as well. And then obviously you're going to have a golf ball, but that isn't something that you would necessarily have in your pocket. But those are the 3 things: a tee, a ball marker, and a divot repair tool. Okay? So,
some other things that you're responsible for in the course and people have mentioned. They were mentioned that you're responsible for your score is one of them.
Yes.
Also mentioned that you're responsible for the property and the condition of the course.
Perfect.
And then another one that's really big is pace of play. Is you're responsible for your own pace of play.
Very good. Yes. Very good answers to those.
Coach Scott, if my pace of play isn't good, what happens?
If your pace of play isn't good, you're holding up the rest of the people playing on the course. Normally, depending on the course, your tee times are between 6 to 8 and sometimes 10 minutes apart. If your pace of play doesn't keep up, then we've got 3/4 of them sitting on the tee box, or everybody's waiting to hit their second shot or their third shot. So pace of play is very, very important. It keeps the flow of the golf game going. So pace of play is very important. And later on in the weeks of our lessons, pace of play is going to be something that we're going to talk about. So nice that you brought that up, Coach. And the third question, and Coach we already talked about the third one, what items should you have in your pocket before you play around on the golf course? Okay, and we'll reiterate that. You've got tees, you've got a ball marker, and you've got a divot repair tool. Okay, you should always have those three things in your pocket to be ready for any situation that comes up. You need a tee to tee the ball up on the teeing ground. You need a ball marker to be able to place it behind your ball, lift clean, put it back, okay? And then your divot repair tool is obviously very, very important to be able to fix your divot and any other ones that you see on the course. And that, again, as Coach mentioned, that's being very, very responsible to take care of the golf course as well. Okay, so those are the three. So let me give you those again, just in case you were coming in after the fact and you want to answer these. First one, what other factors come into play when deciding how big a swing to take? Okay. The second one, what things are you responsible for in golf? Okay, and great answers for the ones that chimed in there. Very, very well
Gold
done.
stars. Gold stars.
Very, very well done. The third one, what items should you have in your pocket before you play around on the golf course? And this is something that a lot of you players, especially the younger players, you've got to get in the habit of making sure you have those things in your pocket. So when you go up to the first tee and you get ready to take your tee shot, oh shoot, Coach, I don't have my tee. Back to the bag, you grab a tee to come back. Make sure you have all those things ready for you. All right, very good. And again, whenever you want to answer those questions, just go ahead and toss those back in. Okay, next, the core value today for player is responsibility, and Coach Greg and I have talked about that already. Being responsible at home, on the golf course, and any place else you go. Being responsible is one of the all of our core values are important, all 9, but responsibility will take you to good spots all through your life.
Coach, when you were a kid, you had some responsibilities. Did you get more when you got older or less?
Actually, I got more responsibilities when I got older. Yep, I got more.
Me too.
Yep.
Me too.
A lot more.
Yeah.
A lot more.
So enjoy maybe the few
yes,
you have right now.
Enjoy the few you have right now. And then in saying that, look at the responsibilities your parents have. Cleaning, cooking, putting a roof over your head. All the responsibilities your parents have right now, and all you may be asked to do is feed the dog, or take the dog for a walk, or help your mom with dishes. Okay? Be responsible at home. Don't always have to be asked to help. Okay? Offer that up. Okay? For the par level. Okay, the par level, our life skill is game. Go play and explore my interests and enjoy what's fun for me. Okay? You want to always make sure that you enjoy what you're doing. You have to enjoy it. Don't enjoy it for Coach Scotty or Coach Greg or Coach Jen or your mom or dad. You've got to enjoy that. Okay? You've got to make sure that you enjoy what you're doing. Okay? And then try other things. I mean, as you're growing up, I know, and Coach and I have talked about this before, when we were growing up, we played multiple sports. We tried a whole bunch to see what we really enjoyed. Okay? We both played baseball. We both played basketball. I don't know how much hockey Coach Greg played, and that shows me that you didn't play very much.
Yeah, that's a no. That's a no.
Okay, that would be a definite no.
That would be a no. Yeah.
So you play all these, and then you pick a couple, and then once you get to be 13, 14, 15 years old, then you can decide, okay, this is what I want to do. But you should always be able to try different things, and different sports are going to be able to help you with some other ones. So going ahead and trying something that you maybe aren't used to.
So I have a question for you guys. So did you continue to explore different sports as you continued even past high school and college and all of those things?
Yes, I actually, in college, I played 2 years of basketball and realized that a 5'8" guard wasn't going to probably make it all the way.
It's rough.
And then I started playing badminton and actually played collegiate badminton and won a lot of tournaments playing badminton. So I was already, 18, 19 when I started a whole new sport.
There you go.
So
But here's one I use, and it doesn't have to be changing the activity. How many of you out there are artists? Do you always use the same color? Do you always use tempera paint? You could change the type of medium you're using. Those of you that play music, do you always play the same song? You can explore different songs, different parts of something you enjoy without necessarily having to change that activity. Going to a different activity. Just explore within that activity. We do that with golf. We explore different shots, different ways to hit the ball, different clubs. And we're going to talk about that a little bit as we get into our activity at home.
now for me, growing up, I played a lot of team sports. There wasn't a whole lot of individual sports that I played. Golf was actually the first individual sport that I ever played. Baseball and football and hockey and basketball, those are all team sports. I enjoy the individual sport, so I really, really enjoy the game of golf as an individual. But then as I got a little bit older, I started going out and doing more hiking and some mountain climbing. Those are obviously things that you actually have a team of support around you, but you're taking each step yourself. Okay, so we're all evolving from what we did as a kid. I mean, it was a long time since Coach Greg and I were kids.
Long time.
In saying that, everything that we did had something to do with something else that we did. So there was a lot of mix and match. That's a great question. Okay, so the rule today. Coach, remember what the rule was for today?
Playing it like it lies?
Playing it as it lies. The most important rule ever in the game of golf since it started.
It's rule number one in the book.
Rule number one, play the ball as it lies. Okay? You always play the ball as it lies. When we get into the birdie eagle, we're going to be talking about some different scenarios of playing the ball as it lies, but the underlying rule, play the ball as it lies. If the ball is hit here, that's where you hit it. Okay? Very, very important. Okay. Now, again, we're going to be getting into our at-home portion, rainbow chipping, that you guys saw on the lesson plan this week. So what we're going to do is we have a little course set up here. We've got these are all things that you could probably have at home, and that's why we set it up this way, okay? We have a toolbox. We have a towel. We have a cooler. And we have a single person's laundry basket. Okay, it could be the smallest laundry basket ever. Okay? And then we've got a 3-foot ladder. Actually a 4-foot ladder. Okay? So,
And then safety in the background.
and safety in the background because we've got things back here that we don't want to damage. Okay?
Remember, you are doing this at home.
You are doing this at home, yes.
Okay.
So, and obviously, gang, make sure that when you're doing this at home, make sure your folks are around, make sure they help you set up, make sure you're using things that aren't going to do any damage to your house. No real golf balls, under no circumstance, no real golf balls. Okay, so what we're going to do is what we have here. Everybody knows what this is, okay? Part of a toilet paper roll, okay? And everybody's got those, always, right? Okay, so we got a toilet paper roll, and then we've got a plastic ball here, okay? And you may have some of those laying around at the house as well. So what we're going to do is, as we did for our lesson plan this week, we are going to hit over an obstacle, which in this case is going to be the toolbox. And we're going to have Coach Greg is going to try to hit one to each one of these targets. Okay? The towel, the cooler, the laundry basket. Okay? And there's no way he's going to get the toilet paper roll to the back one. But now, length of swing. Make sure when you're doing this at home, make sure you check your surrounding area. Okay? Originally, we were going to do it this way and let the office have a brand new copying machine, but we decided we weren't going to do that. Okay? So Coach Greg is going to take a couple shots, first of all, with the toilet paper roll. Now, how big of a swing is he going to have to take? Probably not like that. But with the density and the how much that toilet paper roll weighs, to get it to where he wants it to go, his swing is going to have to be longer than it would be with, say, this other ball. And we're going to show you that here in a second. So, Coach, why don't you go ahead, give that a shot.
Right.
Let's just go. Okay, remember, we're trying to hit it over the toolbox.
Get it over.
Okay, and I want let's aim for the towel.
So what was one of the things we talked about, one of my responsibilities? I've got a club that has more loft because I've got to get it over. That's one of the ways I can get it over is use the correct club. My responsibility is figure out what club that's going to be.
Yep,
so
and we talked
I got
about
my sandwich.
Yep, and we talked about that during the lesson too this week because Coach Greg did change clubs one time when we were doing the chipping. So here's his first one. He's going to aim at the towel.
Not a real big swing. Whoop! What happened? I didn't get it up.
Didn't get the toilet paper roll up. Okay, let's give it another shot. There you go.
Oh.
Caught the corner.
Oh, there we go. Some sad faces were on that one. Now we're good.
We're gonna call that one.
There we go.
The sad faces.
Sad
He
faces.
deserves the sad faces.
That's right.
Okay.
If I was on the 16th hole at the waste management, I probably would have got booed. Right?
Yes. Yes.
There's no probably about that one.
Okay, Coach.
What am I going to now?
It is a very tight lie, so someone did mention that.
Yes,
So
yes. Okay, so let's go to the cooler. Let's try the cooler this time. Okay, now bigger swing.
Bigger
Coach,
swing.
Bigger swing.
So that first one, I only went maybe to my shin.
Okay, so
I
this
think
is
on this one, I'm going to go maybe to my
a
knee.
little bit past your knee.
A little bit more.
Okay.
A little bit
And
more.
then, Coach, are you using the back forward technique here with this lie?
I'm with this lie and trying to get it up over. I'm actually playing it more in the middle.
Okay.
Using middle, and I still have my weight forward, but middle.
Okay, so why don't you explain again to the kids what the back forward process is?
So remember, back stands for where the ball is. The easiest way to do that, I'm just going to walk into the ball, and I'm going to go this way so Coach Jennifer can not have the ball flying at her. And I put my back foot even with the ball. Once I take my stance, my hands are automatically forward. Didn't have to think about that. So all I have to think about is a little more weight on my forward foot. Back, forward, I've got my Y, and then when I make the shot, I hit that low chip shot.
Now, do you open up your stance just a little bit?
I don't. I
Okay.
try to stay square.
Okay.
Some people like to open it up.
Yeah,
It
I
all
open it up a
depends.
little bit, yeah.
All depends.
Okay.
My issue with that is then and you guys have all heard we talk about railroad tracks. Now my railroad tracks are off, and now I'm having to adjust my club angle,
That's a good
my
point.
swing. I'd rather stay consistent with what I always
That's a
do.
good point. That's a good point.
Now for this shot, we talked about, because I want to get the ball up a little more, I'm going to play it more in the middle of my stance, and my hands are in the middle of my stance as well. So I can take advantage of the loft of the club a little more. My weight's still going to be a little forward because I don't want to be falling back this way. That never works.
Okay. Yep.
All right, so where am I going now, Coach?
Okay. Now you're going. Yeah, let's try to put it in the cooler here.
In the cooler.
Okay.
All
So
right.
now a little bit bigger swing. Remember you
Little
said
bit bigger.
for the towel it was shin to shin. Now it's going to be above
We're
the
going
knee,
to try
above the
maybe
knee.
knee to knee. Let's
Knee
see
to
how
knee.
that works.
Okay. Good. Almost.
Maybe not enough.
Maybe not enough.
Here I go one more here, Coach.
Okay.
So I don't know, did it look like I got all the way to my knee in the backswing?
Maybe a little bit farther. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go a little bit farther.
Let's
than
try that again.
Yep. Because we're right on the line. There you go.
Oh, sure.
Little
There's
bit
a
to the
draft.
There's a draft.
The air conditioner.
There's a draft.
Took me-
Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot to play for the win.
Just like the Metrodome in Minnesota when the Twins played, when they were up to bat, the air conditioning blew out. And when the opposing team was at bat, the air conditioning blew in.
blew in?
Yes, yes. Okay.
Cheaters.
Home field
What?
advantage on that one.
And that didn't actually happen. That was something, it was a rumor. The Kansas City Royals fans always talked about that. Okay, so let's
Let's
go.
see if we can get that far.
You can.
I'm gonna go up probably almost chest high. on
Okay,
this
let's
one.
give that one a shot, and then we're gonna try.
Let's see if this flies. This doesn't fly real far, so we'll see.
Let's give it a shot. I think you got it in you. Look at that.
Oh!
Nice try.
Oh! Again,
Right in
a
between.
little
Close
gust.
call.
A little gust of wind
That's
came
been
up.
on that one, Coach.
That's it.
Okay, now so that's the first thing you can use is a toilet paper roll. Second thing, we're gonna try to use these plastic balls here. Okay, Coach. Now, more aerodynamic, a little bit heavier, shorter swing or longer swing.
I think I'm gonna need shorter, especially
Yes.
since we've been practicing a little bit. So I have to admit we've already. But this ball flies farther, so obviously it's gonna take a little smaller swing.
Yes. Yep.
Still similar techniques, just size of swing.
But now you still have to get the ball over the target here.
Yep.
Or
So I'm
over
still
the.
not gonna play
over
that
the toolbox.
back.
Okay.
I'm
Yep.
still gonna play more middle
Okay.
because I want to get some height.
Okay. So let's still try to hit
Okay.
hit the first one.
This is a toughie. This is just a little tiny swing. Double hit.
Double
What
hit.
happened?
Nothing. Nothing. Say nothing, people.
Nothing.
Nothing. Thank you, Coach. That's right. If you've been paying attention, the rules changed this year. Double hit doesn't count as any penalty.
Yep.
All right. So that was all right.
Okay. Let's go.
Let's go. You know what? I bet I can get it in the laundry basket.
Okay. Let's give that a shot.
Couldn't get there with that
No, with the toilet
little
paper.
toilet paper
Yep.
roll, but I bet this one will get there. Oh, too much.
Too much.
So what do I need to do, Coach? It went too far.
Just let your length of swing needs to be a little bit less, but you still want to make sure you get the ball up and over the obstacle here.
It's a little bit small.
A little bit
Not
smaller.
much.
Not that much.
Just a little bit small. All right, I'm gonna try it.
There it is.
Oh, hold it a little.
Okay, one more. One more.
Obviously, my lie's the same every time. So.
Yeah.
Up to my garbage
Oh.
can.
Garbage can. Okay. You know what?
Nice
Are
job.
there smiley faces or sad faces for that one? Let's give him some smiley faces. All right? Let's give him some smiley faces because that might be the only one he makes.
Could be.
Hey, Coach, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Oh, nice. First off, great foot tap. Second, what happens if you don't have any clubs at home?
Okay.
Good point.
Very good question.
No,
And we're going to show you. All right. We're going to use these again. Okay. So a couple things you can do. One, you can just play catch. But what we want you to do, we don't want you to play catch this way. Okay. We want you to get in your regular stance, your regular golf stance. The ball in your right hand. If you're right-handed, left hand if you're left-handed. When you come through, toss the ball.
Just like a golf swing.
Toss the ball, okay? Just like the golf swing, okay? Okay, Coach, go ahead.
Toss it to Coach Scott.
Okay, same thing here.
What if you move closer, Coach Scott? What do I have to do?
A lot less.
A little smaller.
Very good. All right, that's one thing you can do to practice. And then obviously, as much room as you have, you can lengthen or shorten that as you want, okay? Now, so we're going to do the same technique, but now Coach is going to try to hit each one of these targets, okay?
All right.
So, same thing.
Which one? You call the shot, Coach.
Okay, so again, railroad tracks. Okay, he's got his feet right there, so he's all nice and lined up. Okay,
I'm not doing a softball
Nope.
pitch.
very good. Okay, so it's not going to be difficult now for him to be hitting it or tossing it over the toolbox since it's already above the above that height.
Let's hope it's not difficult.
Let's hope not. Okay, towel first. Perfect. Okay. Cooler. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, cooler
Lip
again.
out.
Cooler again. There you go.
Oh, too much.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one more chance at the cooler. We don't want
One more chance
faces.
to cooler.
One more at the cooler. There you go.
There it is.
Okay, now, if you're playing, okay, we talked about this earlier. We're playing on the golf course. Your shot goes in the cup, rattles around, and comes back out. Is it in?
Unfortunately, no.
Unfortunately, it is not. It's got to stay in the cup. If it goes in and comes out, and there's a million stories of guys who have tried to make the PGA Tour, and that actually happened to one on the 18th green. He needed to make the putt to get his PGA Tour card in and out.
Why, Coach? What's the rule today?
The rule today is play it where it lies.
There you go.
Okay, all right.
Also, Berg said you might have too much club with that, so just...
Yeah, you're right.
That's true. I did work out earlier today, so.
Okay, now we're going to the one-person laundry basket.
All right. Oh,
That's ladder.
I don't know. Is that an outside influence
that-
that took care of it?
Okay, try the waste basket again, or the laundry basket. Ooh, one more.
All right. A little longer. Little more.
A little bit
back
more.
swing.
Yep. There you go. Oh! Okay. Now, last one. Let's go for the,
Ooh,
let's go for the grande.
I better widen my stance a little bit so I
Yes.
have good balance. You gotta make a full swing on this. Oh! Who put that water cooler in our way?
You got the other ball there?
I got the other ball. All
Okay,
right.
let's try this one more time.
All right.
Let's do this.
There we go.
Let's
All
do
right.
this.
Good full shoulder turn. Nice.
And that would have made it. That would have made it. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, any other questions from anybody? Any more questions? Okay.
Oh, I did have one specific
Okay,
question.
okay.
Is there a Dr. Pepper on set somewhere?
Whoever asked that, there is not a Dr. Pepper on set right now. And I'm dying right now. Nope, all water today. Seriously, all water today.
Because why? It's a good, healthy habit to drink water.
That's
yes,
right.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our Facebook Live for today. Tomorrow, same time, 4:30, for the Birdie Eagle level. Okay, we'll go over the same type of things for that particular level. Okay, Coach Greg, myself, Coach Jen, Mr. Terry, we're all very happy that you joined us today. And thanks to Albertson Safeway for your continued support of our chapter and for helping the community during these tough times. Okay, we can't thank the first responders, the nurses, the doctors. We can't thank those people enough for what they have done during this trying time. So thank you from all of us to all of you. Thanks again for joining us.
And we'd like you to go out, build a little rig like this, a little distance control thing, and take a video of it and send it to us.
Love to see it.
Show us how you improve. And hopefully, maybe you're a little better at getting it in the targets than I was today.
Very
It was
good.
a tough day. There was a crosswind. Things were not in my...
Very good.
But
All right.
send us those videos.
Very good. Thanks. We'll see you tomorrow.